to start. Agreements. The most important agreement for today is nothing I say today is true. Unless, of course, if it is true for you. So don't look at the other head next to you if he's doing that or that. Look at your head. Decide for yourself what is true for you, because what I'm going to teach you today is different. Okay? So you need to observe for yourself. This seminar has been designed to bring about a shift in viewpoint from effect to cause, from slow, unnoticeable decline to a powerful, never-ending climb. So why do I tell you this? I don't want you to take notes. You will want to take notes. It's a waste of time. Why? Because you write it down, and then you're busy writing it down, and you're not with me. I want you to have a change of viewpoint so you know I don't need parrots that learn how to read. I need you to change your mind, because no one, not even your wife, can multitask. How do I know that? If your wife could multitask, she would be able to have sex and headache at the same time. So no one could multitask. But the key to getting those results is participation. So I want you to have this shift in viewpoint. I want you to change your mind. But if you sit here like an amoeba, and I'm talking, and you are being total effect, you will get nothing. What do I mean total effect? If I hit you, generally, you don't like it. I know some people might like it. But if I hit you, you don't like it. Not because it's painful, because I can do that and it's not painful. Your child is nagging you. Hi, good morning. Hi. How are you? Your child nagging you. The problem is not that it's painful. The problem is that you're an effect. You are not cause. You don't like to be an effect. So if you're sitting here, when I'm talking to you, you are an effect. And even if what I say is pure gold, unless if you are Jewish, you don't like it. Okay? So you need to participate. So when I talk to you and I say, okay, move your head, stamp your feet, do that, something, I need to see that you're alive. Okay? You can smile, anything, but I need to see that you are with me. Okay? Well, you obviously didn't understand me. Okay? Yes. Hallelujah. Okay, good. If you don't participate with each and every question I ask, you will not have the shift in viewpoint. I can promise you that if you're sitting here and you worry about your reputation, you don't want to say something wrong, you're wasting your time. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with anyone. Anything you say is true for you. So who made me God to decide what is true and what is not? No one. There's only one God, and it's not me. I can tell you that for sure. How do I know? Because I'm Israeli and I go a lot to Jerusalem and I talk a lot to God. You know why? Because it's a direct call and it doesn't cost so much. So I can talk to him a lot from Jerusalem. From here, it's an international call. It costs a lot of money. It doesn't have WhatsApp yet. Now, I want you to do this drill with me, okay? I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in, like when I say start, yes? That's good that you're excited about it. I want you to do this. Like when I say start, I want you to inhale, but I want you to check how long can you inhale. It's really important that you will check how many seconds exactly you can inhale, okay? So the longer, the better, okay? The longer, the better, okay? Ready? Start. For as long as you can. For as long as you can, and when you cannot, pick up your hand. When you cannot anymore, pick up your hand, Good. Yerr. There's some people that can. I've learned this new word, yerr. Okay, good. How many seconds? Give me time. 15. 5. 6. 17. 12. How long? 20. Who is 26? Whoa, wow. What? 19. Okay. Now, why do you think I've done this drill? Why do you think I've asked you to do that? Do you get oxygen into you? Yes. What else?
Check how much oxygen we can get.
To check how much oxygen you can get in, yes. But the actual, yes. Bring you to present time, yes. Excellent. That's very good. But the actual reason, that's all good reasons, and it works. It will do that too. But the actual reason is I wanted to show you that regardless of how good you are, at one point you will have to excel. Why? Because when I talk to you, you inhale information. And if you will not excel at one point, you will choke. You'll get data poisoning. Too much information. You know, you come home and your wife accumulated words and she start to download on you. Did you ever had that thing? You know, they just the whole day they inhaling, and when you come, they it's terrible because you want to talk, but she doesn't let you put in any word. So I don't want to have that. Do we have an agreement? Yes. Do we have an agreement? Yes. Okay, good. Participate. Ask question a lot and excel regularly. It's really good to participate. Ask question about anything. If you don't understand, if you do understand, if you want to add anything, it's open. The worst thing that can happen is I would charge you for that because I'm Jewish. So that's the worst thing that can happen to you. What I'm going to teach you is the exact opposite of what everyone accepts as truth. The exact opposite. Why? Most people, most of the time, fail. True or false? Do you agree with that? Yes. Most people, most of the time, fail. Yes? Which means that most people, most of the time, do stupid things because they fail. Which means that the average person thinking is incorrect. What do I mean incorrect? It doesn't bring the expected results. You want money and it gives you credit card debt. Yes? You want happy marriage and you don't understand that it's an oxymoron. Happy and marriage doesn't go together. Now we're going to do drills. I will ask you to do things. You need to do those drills, okay? So like I ask you to take a deep breath, to give a massage, this thing. It's important because if you learn just theoretically and you don't apply, you're wasting your time. Okay. And here we go. Few things, no recording. The material you're about to see have been prepared with great care and is protected by copyright. Do you feel afraid by now? Terrified. It sounds so legal. It's protected by copyright. Do not copy the slide and or the content of the slide screen in any form or medium. Do not copy or transfer the content to anyone. The material can be summed up and written, but I strongly recommend concentrating and understanding so that the material will be written by you, in you, and not just in your notebook. Waste of time. In any case, your notes are for your own use only and may not be published in any form or manner and or transferred to any third party or to other participants. We are all here at your service and wish you great, pleasant, and accomplishment. Okay, here we go. What to expect? I will start with fundamentals of life. What does it mean, fundamental? Basics, yes. The foundation, the thing that you build upon, yes? So I will start with with fundamentals of life. You will notice that on the one hand, you will not be able to fully answer the question I ask, yet, on the other hand, you will feel you know the answers. Now, I'm going to tell you something that the definition of the word spirit is this thing that knows. The spirit is this thing that knows. Every time you failed in your life is because you didn't trust what you already knew. How do I know that you know? Because when I tell you something, you go, check what you know, and you come back to me and tell me yes or not, which means you already knew. You know. You think you don't know, but you actually know. The spirit knows. Anyone that wants you to fail will tell you that you don't know. But the spirit is this thing that knows. We will then learn the secrets of creating, maintaining, and fixing relationships. We will then learn how to apply fundamentals and the secrets of relationship to sales. Throughout, I'm totally open to any question. I promise I will answer all questions. I also promise that my answers will not be what you expect. I can tell you for sure, you're not going to like my answers. You're going to love them, exactly. Provided you participate, the data I will teach you will dramatically improve all aspects of your life, your relationship with your body, with your family, with your friends, with your college and clients, with your possession, with your mind, with other beings, and even with the Creator. And in the process, you will become richer, much richer, and you will not need to circumcise. You know why Jewish men, Jewish men circumcise? Because Jewish women like everything 15% off. We are all bombarded with endless marketing messages. How many messages have you been exposed to in the past day? Thousands, hundreds? How many messages? Also from that side. This room is divided to two. This side and the quiet side. So we need to make the quiet side win. Okay? So this is your enemy. We need to show those bastards that you are much better. Okay? So, how many messages have you been exposed in the past day? Hundreds? Thousands? I want you to recall 15% of those you have seen. You've seen hundreds or thousands, you think? I want you to recall 50% of those. So if you saw hundreds, let's say 200, I want you to recall 100. Can you recall 100 marketing messages? Maybe 50? Okay. What about 25%? So let's say if you had 200 messages or 100 messages, just 25 messages. No? No? Okay. Still a problem, eh? Okay, so how about 10%? 10 messages. Who can remember 10 marketing messages? Okay, 10, good, good. Every day, you are exposed to a minimum of 3,500 marketing messages. But you only recall about 2 of those per day. Only 2. Why?
We only maybe remember the ones that we need that second, like implicit.
Yeah.
Something that can really add value to you
Yes.
at that given time.
At that given moment, yes.
Related to what you're
Yes. Okay. So what does this mean? If you take, let's say, 3,500 messages and you remember two, what does it mean?
Means it's too much marketing.
Too much?
Marketing.
Too much marketing, yes.
Useless.
But you need to output a lot just to get any bit of attention.
You just need to outflow a lot just to get above the noise. What else?
Irrelevant marketing.
There's a lot of irrelevant marketing. True, very true. It means that 3,498 companies waste the marketing money daily. Do you know how much money it is? Endless amount of money. Marketing is really, 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 really expensive. And if you remember only two out of 3,500, what a waste of money. So obviously they don't know what they're doing. It means, hi, it means that less than 0.1% actually work. Like nothing. And here is the problem. On the one hand, if you are not going to invest in marketing, you will not survive. And on the other hand, the vast majority of marketing investment is wasted. Now you think about marketing that is something that a business done. Is that true?
Not necessarily. I'm trying to think about it just as a business perspective.
Good. Personally, marketing is something that you do all day long. What is the definition of the word marketing? Sorry? Selling yourself. Yes. What is marketing? Hello?
Getting a message across.
Getting a message across. How many of you have a business? How many of you have a business, or how many of you sell? Yes? Okay, good. Okay. How many of you try to market yourself to a girl or a boy? You all have a business. You're selling yourself. Marketing is the technology of creating want and selling something. If it didn't sell, it's not marketing. Apple is very good at marketing, so when a new iPhone comes, they don't need to sell you, you got to buy.
So you're saying if you don't get a sale,
If
you're not marketing.
you don't get a sale, you are not marketing, because salespeople are needed only when marketing is useless. Salespeople actually upsell. Good marketing get the salesperson to create the relationship and upsell to the person that has been sold already. Salespeople are needed only when marketing is useless, because the salesperson at Apple just upsell you. He sell you, I came to buy an iPad, and he sold me the keyboard and the pen and the protection, not this protection, the thing for the screen. You understand? It is really amazing. Now, marketing comes before sale. And I give you a very important things to know. When you have a problem, okay, this is what I'm going to show you now. It's called the weapon. One second. This is my weapon. This is, why don't we see it? Ta, 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 ta. Yes. That's called the weapon, but let's see. Give me a second. Okay. So I'll do it like that. Fine. Okay, this is the weapon. The weapon is what I'm drawing with, and I call it the weapon. If this is a problem, yes, the source of the problem is always before the problem. If you have headache, the problem is not with the head, it's something before. Okay? If you have a a sales problem, if you don't have money, the problem is not with the sales, the problem is with marketing. If you have problem with marketing, the problem is not with marketing, the problem is with the problem is with public relations. Public relation come before marketing. So the source is always before. The source is always before. Okay. Okay. This thing is interesting. Give me a second. It doesn't want to cooperate, but we'll make him cooperate. Here we go. So what is the handling? What is the handling? You see the problem. People promote, market with zero result. What's the handling?
Before the marketing.
The problem is before, yes. What is the handling? Hello? What's the fix? What is the fix? You've got a problem that we promote. You see 3,500 messages, only to a member remembered, which means it's not effective. So how do you fix that problem? Yes. Review, yes. Now I'm going to the other side. What is the handling? Look at the analytics, yes. Create the need, yes, that's smart. You are listening. Wow. Okay. What's the handling? How do you fix the problem with marketing?
Well, it needs to be unique.
It has to be unique. That's very smart. More smart than you can imagine, I think. Fire the PR company, yes. I like the way you think, yes. What's the handling? Why did you remember those marketing messages that you remembered? It answered a problem that you had that moment, yes. It was targeted, yes. Why do you remember a specific message? It made you feel a certain way, very smart, yes. Yes, consistent, which means? All the time, yes, that's very true. Very smart. Relatable, that's true. Yes, what else? Did you notice it's just this something amazing. The table actually blocks the ability to communicate from there. Guys, you need to win. Those are the enemies. And you have good people here, like very smart answers. You need to win. Those guys, they're beating you. Number one, the message caught your attention. So when I communicate to you, there's something that's called intention. So I can tell you, I love you, and you know that it's nonsense. I can tell you, I love you, and you know that I love you. And I can tell you, yes, I love you, and you know that I hate you. Why? Because the intention is different. So there is a whole technology of how you control intention. Hello. There's a whole technology. There is a whole piece of data or body of knowledge on how do you control the attention of a person by controlling your intention. We'll get to that. This happens when something is real for you. You are looking for that specific car, so you will start seeing that car's ads, yes? You know, you want to buy a car, or you want to buy a wife, and, or you want a husband, and all of a sudden, once you are in the market, you start to see them. But before that, you don't see them. Yes? Or, that's nice. I like the music. The marketing message is different than what you had expected. So if the marketing message is totally different than what you've been expecting, you'll see that it will catch your attention. Someone tell you, let's say everyone knows that iPhone is the best phone in the market. And someone put an ad that says, are you an iPhone user? If so, do you know that iPhone is stealing money from you? It's different than what you expect. It was found that the president cannot speak English. No, that's normal. Sorry, I'm talking about the 1,007,007,300 in the beginning, dinging. So the marketing message is different, but different how? Different how?
Maybe in the like emotional.
Emotional, yes. What will make you want to buy something that is different? It's like you say, I buy this iPhone or this phone because what? Yes.
To ease the pain that you have at a particular moment.
That's correct. Removing a pain or preventing pain, yes, that's true.
I know with Apple, like what they did is that they put their products in such high demand. They produce such little to keep their markets wanting
Yes.
more.
Yes. So they create scarcity. That's true. Yes. And the other side?
That's nice.
It's nice, yes. The offer must represent something that is called, or that I'm calling, a unique added value. Unique added value. This phone is not much different than that phone.
It is.
It's not much different. But when I buy this phone, for me, the marketing got me to think that iPhone has a unique added value. It makes me look important because I have an iPhone. And it's not any iPhone. It's iPhone 12. Or 14, yes, this one is 12 specifically. 12 Pro, sorry, yes. The offer must represent a unique added value. How will you define the word unique? What does it mean unique? Different.
Different than usual.
Yes. What does it mean unique? The other side of the wilderness. One of a kind. Oh, wow. We are talking. This side can talk. Spatial, yes. They can talk and they can talk smartly. Unique. Unique means in the dictionary first, only one, being the only one of its kind. If you don't find something unique, only one, if you are not the only one, if you are just another coffee shop, between 1 year and 5 years, you will be out of business. If you are another security company, 1 year to 5 years, you'll be out of business. If you're another hairdresser, between 1 year and 5 years, you'll be out of business. 98% of all small businesses go out of business within 1 to 5 years. There's nothing unique. Better than others, superior to all others, which make you unique, which make you different, which make you one. Unusual, different from others in a way that makes something worthy of note, a unique marketing opportunity, different. Are you with me? Are you with me? The other side? Are you with me? Yeah. Limited to somebody or something. Limited to a specific place, situation, group, person, or thing. So for example, if I tell you, I give you discount only today, it's limited. It becomes unique. There is only one of my wife. She is limited, unique. Concerns that are unique to resettle the refugees. Okay. So it's coming, the word comes from early 17th century via French, from Latin, unicus, from unus, one. So it's coming from one, from the word one. Unique means once, only one. Something that no one else have. It's from, and the word union means directly via French from Latin, oneness, one. Ultimately from Indo-European word meaning one. One. Basically, it's coming from one. Okay? Unlike anything else. Now, why must your offer be unique? Why you should be unique? To stand out, yes. Why must your offer be unique? Whoa, hold on. We have a party. They are talking. Why must your offer be unique? I didn't hear. To attract clients, yes. Why it must be unique? So you sell more, yes. Why? But why unique? Stand up, yes. Add value. Make a difference, yes. But unique is not enough. It must be unique. Everything you said true. Unique is not enough. It must be of extra value to the public. Because I can be unique. I can have, I don't know, yellow head or long head, but does it bring any extra value to you? You understand? It needs to bring an extra value. So I can teach you something really unique, data very unique, and but you're not interested because you are not into marketing. So it doesn't have extra value. So I'll give you jokes instead. It will bring you an extra value because it's good to laugh, yes? So it must be of extra value. Since it will draw the attention of the exact target public, those that want you and you want them, since then they will remember you. If it is unique and if it is of a special value to you, you will remember. Now, most of your marketing, you don't think that, number one, it must be unique, and number two, it must bring value. When you write a marketing message, you don't say, okay, is it unique? Does it bring value? If you answer those questions, your marketing will immediately improve. You go to a lady, and what's unique about me? So I say, hi, what's your name? Oh, wow, that's a beautiful name. That's something unique about me that I saw, that she has a beautiful name and it gives her value. And I ask her, what are you doing in life?
I work for a tech company.
Oh, wow, great. And what's the problem there? What's your challenges in that job?
Marketing.
Marketing. Wow, that's amazing. So, do you know, marketing is this piece of technology that create once and sell something. And now we start to talk about it. Now, my purpose is to have her as my wife. But first of all, I'm unique. And second, I bring her a value. I give her value. If I don't give her value, I'm just noise. Did you ever saw a person that come to you and he was good looking or she was good looking, but no value? No value. Like you spoke to her and okay, no value. How long this marriage last? 20 seconds. Well, no, not 20 seconds. Sorry, I actually meant 3 minutes. And if you don't think that 3 minutes is long enough, do a plank. You will change your mind. So, but there are more advantages. Customer loyalty. If you actually bring something that unique and add value, you will have loyalty. I go to a specific hairdresser and this person is unique. He's using different techniques. And the value that he adds for me is that every time I go out of the hairdresser, everyone tells me, look, you look amazing. Well, okay, good. That's a very unique value because when I go to another hairdresser, I don't get these comments. So what do I get? What does he get? Customer loyalty. If he cannot see me today, I will see him tomorrow. I will not go to another place. Ability to charge more and deliver more. Because this guy is so unique and give me so much value according to my viewpoint, he charges more and he increases prices every so often, and I'm quite happy to pay him because I charge him more. He invests more time in me. He gives me all kind of extras, and I feel amazing. Ability to help more. What is the definition of the word salesperson? What? Yes. What is that's very true. What is the definition of a salesperson?
Someone to satisfy your need or wants.
Someone that satisfies your need and want. How many of you sold before? What did you do? What is this thing that's called salesperson? Information, yes, true. You build relationship, yes. Salesperson is a person that helps the prospect to help himself with your product or service. Salesperson is a person that helps. So when you want more sales, you never ask for your salespeople to sell more. You ask them to help more. If you have a child and you need to sell him on taking a pill, because you know you're going to, he doesn't want it, but you know you're going to help him. You'll be the salesperson in the universe. You will not let him go until the pill is going down the drain. I mean, the right drain. Are you with me? Because you know that you are actually helping, so you can close the sale. If you don't know that the salesperson is the person that's helping, and if you don't know how you help, unique, add value, you will not sell. People might buy from you despite you, but you are not selling. Are you with me? Yes. And more. The question is, how do you do it? And how do you do it at a reasonable cost? How do you market in such a way that you bring unique value, something that's unique, you need added value, and how do you market it at a reasonable cost? Because most of the time when you need to market, you don't have the money to market. How do you do it? Because when do you need to market the most? At the beginning, when no one knows you. The beginning. Flinging. When no one knows you, yes? But you don't have money usually at the beginning. That's why you're here. The truth is that as soon as you realize what you're actually looking for, the UAV, you will be able to come up with ideas. You will see two things. If you find yourself that you cannot do something, you cannot do something because you are relying on a fake reality, on a lie. And the lie in marketing is that marketing costs money. Marketing should cost almost zero money. I'm teaching a class that's called the 171 ways to market your business at zero cost. 171 ways to market your business at zero cost. So the first lie is marketing costs money. It doesn't cost money. It costs money only if you don't know what you're doing, only if you buy the nonsense of a marketing company that, oh, you know, you need to invest a lot of money to create your brand. You don't want a brand. When you go to sell something, let's say I'm starting a business. Does the brand name or the color or the nonsense makes a difference if someone buys it or not? No. Unique and value. That's what makes it. What's unique about this company? The cheapest. What's the value? It solves an immediate problem to those people that need the money. Thank you very much. We are the biggest. Within a year, we become the biggest. We didn't invest in branding, schmending, nonsense. We invest in cheap marketing, costs zero, but that bring results. And within a year, I think we became the biggest. Am I right or I'm exaggerating? The biggest in that area, no? Yeah. That's number one. That's the first lie. And the second lie is that you don't have money for marketing. Only very, 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 very rich people, only very rich people can have enough money not to market. You need to market. You don't have enough money not to market. Only the extremely rich people can live without marketing. If Apple will not market for 1 year, believe me, they will still be okay. But if you don't market for 1 year, believe me, you will not be okay. If you don't market to your wife every day, within a year from now or 6 months from now, she will have a different husband. It's not necessarily bad. Yes. No one is perfect. For example, a special product, something others don't have. That's a UAV. You go to sell, and I sell something no one else have. What I'm teaching is something that no one else have. So I have a unique added value. You will not hear what I'm teaching you anywhere else. iPhone had a touch screen that worked in a sexy design. That was something that no one else had. It was unique, added value. Or a refrigerator with the see-through doors. LG, exactly. You see, you know it. Why? Because it's unique and it adds value. You go in, and you know, people work very hard all the time, and it's very difficult to open to see what's going on inside. So you need the see-through. It's adding value. It makes you even more lazy. How many of you heard that people work hard? How many of you feel that you work hard? How many of you work hard? How many of you work hard? Yes? Now I want to ask you, any of you here that work hard pick up some stones on his back? Stones? You do? You pick up stones? So you work hard. Any one of you do things more complicated than click and sometimes very hard double click? I work hard. I sit in an air-conditioned room and I need to click.
I don't fully agree with that because people that work in the office, it is hard work because you have to give quite a value and that uniqueness to the company by dealing with your clients. Clicking is part of it, but you're still working hard.
So let's see what. Bless you. She agrees. That works. That was hard. So we'll answer. So let's see. How many of you worked in an office and did something amazing for the client and the client was happy and unbelievable and they were like, oh, thank you. Did it ever happen to you? In past life, maybe? Now, did you feel that you worked hard or you felt that it was amazing? That was easy. That was easy, yes? If you feel that you work hard, it's because you're doing something unwillingly. When the willingness is small, the barriers are big. When the willingness is high, the barriers are small. You read a book, or you don't read books anymore, but you watch. Yeah, I'm talking about normal people. You are abnormal, unique.
I actually started reading a book.
Ah, that's nice. So you go into a Netflix series that you really, really, really like. Extreme willingness to watch. Very small barriers. You don't get tired. You don't feel it's hard work. You do many more hours than what you sit and work, and it's totally okay. Now you go to the office. Less hours, but also less willingness. The barriers are huge. If you find something is hard, it's only because you're unwilling. Handle the willingness, and the hard will become, really, it will turn into enthusiasm. When the willingness is high, the enthusiasm is in the sky. You have this new girl. She's new. You are super willing. She tells you come at 2 a.m., you come at 2 a.m. She tells you don't sleep, you don't sleep. She tells you make the dishes, you make the dishes. She tells you this, you do everything. Extremely willing. Everything is easy. Oh, that's all, I'll do more. Can I do more? 2 months later, the willingness started to go down. She asked you to make her coffee. And you say, can't you do it yourself? Don't you see that I worked so hard the whole day? Can you see how tired I am? You don't appreciate how hard I work. You don't work hard. The willingness went down. The barriers come up. That's the unfortunate or fortunate truth, because you can control your willingness.
Can you not have both? By having the willingness to help your clients and achieve it and make sure that they're happy, but also work hard, productive, and...
Let's define hard work. Hard work meaning working enthusiastically. The word hard work means working enthusiastically. It's not sweating. If you sweat, if it's difficult for you, it's only because you are not good at it. When I'm good at something, I go to the gym, I'm really good at something. The more I go to the gym, the better I get, the easier it's got to do the exercises. It's become easier, not harder. So if it's become harder, it means I don't know how to do it. Something is missing. I'm operating on some kind of a fake reality. Because Life is what you make it to be. If you decide that it's different, you should not enjoy it, you should put joy into it. If you expect joy from things, you are dead. I'm an effect. No, I put joy into this. So it's amazing. I put joy into the gym. Otherwise, believe me, I will be tired and I will not feel like going to the gym. And I put a joy into her. So it's fun being with her. Otherwise, I can put all the worst thing into the same person. I have this lady, when I met her, I was willing to cut my hand just to be with her. And 2 years later, give me my hand back. Yes. You know that when God created Adam, he put him in heaven, and he was really happy. Everything was nice and it was easy. Everything was amazing, but it was too easy. So so he called God and he says, God, I'm a bit bored here. I need some. So God said, look, I have amazing idea. I have this thing that's called the perfect woman. She will never argue with you, never had headaches. She's beautiful. She's amazing. She will only support you. She will be like anything you want and more. So Adam, being Jewish, asked him, how much? So God told him, a hand and a leg, an arm and a leg. So Adam said, what do you have for a rib? And that's what we are stuck with. Ouch. A special method for implanting hair. So there is many companies that do hair implants and they disappear. They don't stay for long, or they have on the same level and slowly going down. But there is this one company that invented a special way to drill how they take the good hair, which give you less swelling, less headache, less this, less that, and ensure that the percentage of the hair that actually get growing is like 25% better. Now you have this company, and you have another company that has hair implanting that the doctor tell you, we cannot guarantee anything, and we will try, we will do our best, we are working hard, we will sweat. Which one you will go to? The one with the guarantee. The one that have this special method for implanting, so they come and tell you, if you don't get result, don't pay me, I'll pay you. Where will you go? Simple, yes? Unique added value. A hairdresser that works 24 hours per day. Let's say that you have a hairdresser and what they offer is unique 24 hours a day. It's opening 24 hours a day. It's amazing for busy men, for extremely busy women. She raised children, She doesn't have time for anything during the day because the children, the husband, But she can go at 8, 9, 10 p.m. at night. A 24 hours a day restaurant, 24 hours per day restaurant, it wasn't something that happened all the time. Few years back, 15, 20 years back, there was nothing like that. Someone had this unique added value. Okay, I'm opening 24 hours a day. Or hamburger within a minute. McDonald's. Yeah. Before McDonald's, you will have a drive-through. You'll sit in the car for 20 minutes. You'll get your hamburger. They will put a tray on the side, and you will eat from the side, and it will be a cycle of 45 minutes to go to eat hamburger. Fast food is a unique added value. And because McDonald's came up with that, no one ever become bigger than them because they have this unique added value. If you don't come up with a unique added value to your company, you are wasting your company. You'll never be successful. You will always struggle. You will make less money than working at what you do for another person, for another company.
It's a question about guarantees. That's a unique value that you offer.
Unique added value, yes.
Have you ever had clients that unethically recall a guarantee?
Yeah, there's 2.5% of clients, and it's cost of making business. There's 2.5% of clients that will come to you and say, well, you know, and it can happen, but it depends on your own condition. In my company, I can say almost zero refund, almost zero, almost zero.
So you'd say it's something that you would write off.
Number one, you can write off, and if you will improve your mental condition, it will not happen to you, it will happen to your competition. Why? First of all, when you get a customer, if you are in a good mental condition, bad customers will not come to you. You will not attract them. And if they do, you have this very nice thing that you tell them, you know, the competition there, they are much better. And by the way, I've ordered an Uber for you. I paid them to go there because it will destroy them. With me? A special cosmetic machine. Do you hear about how does it called? Easy Lady or whatever? This machine that take hair, Epi Lady, whatever it's called. Yes. When they invented it, by the way, in Israel, it was unique. Before that, women used to. I remember as a child, the woman in the family. Wow! They had this. They were putting some kind of a thing on the leg and the wax and then some kind of a cloth, and they will pull it. And I was like, whoa, I don't want to be a woman. Binary, non-binary, no woman. Special guarantee. Being the most expensive. I charge $40,000 per day for my coaching. I'm the most expensive. It's a unique added value. $40,000 is how much in rent?
700,000.
700,000 rent per day. It's unique.
But it's guaranteed.
It is guaranteed, yes. Being the cheapest is also a unique added value. Special packaging is a unique added value. All of those things is part of what you need to come up. You need to come up with something for you that's different than anyone else, and you and only you have it, and if not, you're wasting your time selling. Most businessmen don't have a marketing strategy. So on the one hand, you need to have a unique added value, yes, but to have a unique added value, you need to actually have a marketing strategy. Most people's marketing is, okay, let me market. And they say, well, you know, I will put an ad. That's marketing. I will do a video on YouTube, or I will go onto Instagram and do 1-2 videos. And no results. They don't have a marketing strategy. Now, how would you define the word strategy? What is a strategy? What? Plan of action. So what's the difference between a strategy and a tactical plan?
One is based on survey or some research or something.
Some is based on survey or research. Okay, what is the strategy? How many of you think that you need a strategy for your life, for your business? Yes? The rest don't think? Okay. What is a strategy?
How to get there.
How to get there. So what is a operational plan? Tactical plan? What's the difference?
The sub action points.
The sub-action points. But how do you know if its strategy is good strategy or bad strategy? But you wait for 2 years to get the result. Did you ever seen a new CEO that come to a company and he has a new strategy?
Yeah.
And 2 years later, the company is gone and he's gone too. The problem is that everyone that works in this company suffer for 2 years. Every new president have a strategy. And the country goes down and down and down and cannot even have electricity. I'm talking about Australia, not here. Why is it? How can you actually come up with a proper strategy if you don't know what the strategy is? How many of you think that if you had a strategy for your business, a strategy for your life, you will do better? But if you don't know what the strategy means, it's like me asking you, how many of you think that if you have a chaka-chuka for your life, you'll do better?
Definitely.
How do I get there? Yes. So, and how do you know if it's how you're getting there is the right, you're on the right path or you are on the wrong path?
That's
Sorry? Reevaluate, but the time you finish to reevaluate, the money finish and the business is gone. And the electricity is gone as well. And you say, I'm sorry, I'm in a load shedding now. I cannot have a strategy. Okay, I'll explain. It goes like that. If this is a problem, or a goal, there is, in order to solve this problem, or in order to reach this goal, you need to find why you are not there. True or false? Are you with me? Yes. You need to find why you are not there. What's the reason? What's the actual reason? You will have in your mind many, many excuses for why you have the problem. And the problem with an excuse that it will make the problem bigger. It will get the goal away from you. Well, you know, the reason I don't reach my goal is because I'm still thinking. The goal goes away from you. The more you think, the less you get. Because thinking is actually a substitute for action. The more you think, the worse you get. Because the spirit, as we said at the beginning, is this thing that knows. Thinking is just you going into to the past in an effort to go forward. It's like looking backward and trying to go forward. You will end up in an accident. It's usually called life for most people. A problem has a why. You have to isolate the real reason for the problem or the real reason why you did not achieve the goal yet. And a strategy is a series of long-term steps that come to implement a why or a real why found. So if you have the actual reason why we don't have electricity, not the stories, not the opinions, not the PR, not the lies, you'll be able to handle the electricity. And if not, the length of the problem will grow. More hours of no electricity. But since most people never actually realize that the fact that the problem is growing is a proof that they are operating on the wrong why, they continue to operate on the wrong why. You have a relationship with your wife. I just changed wife. just like that. When did we get divorced? So you have a problem with your wife, and you're arguing and arguing and arguing and arguing and arguing, and the problem doesn't resolve. There's a lie. It's either that he's cheating you, or she's cheating you, or something is hidden. Because you argue about A, and the strategy is let's do some actions without finding the why. If you don't find the why, you will end up with worse than a divorce, a murder. Are you with me? You have a problem with your marketing and you think that you don't have money for marketing. It's a lie. It doesn't bring you the real why. The real why probably is you never actually learned how to market. You are a dentist. You invested 6 years on learning how to become a dentist and 20 minutes on how to become a marketer. You'll not be successful. Are you with me?
Yes.
So a strategy is a long-term plan designed to handle a real why found. If they have a marketing strategy and you have a UAV, you will have clients. You need a marketing strategy for the UAV, because without a unique added value, marketing for what? What am I going to market? So prerequisite is UAV, and you need a marketing strategy. And you never found for your business the real why for not having money. You never find for you personally, what's the strategy for you? What is your real why for not reaching your full potential? You know that your potential is here and your results are here. You know that. But you never found the real why. And every time you hear a new fad, oh, I now need to start running. That will help me. Or I need to go and study in university. And you do all those things and the distance become bigger. Which means you do not have the real why. You never even thought that you need a real why. That's the difference. You need to learn how to find the real why. And I will teach you that, not this seminar, but I will teach you how to find the real why for you. And only once you find the real why for you personally, will you be able to find the real why for your company. Because a blind person cannot lead anything. You have to be able to gain the ability to sense, to measure, to see. You need to find the real why for you, because the wrong why is what makes you blind. It's what puts, there is you, endless potential, and where you are, and the distance between these 2 points is operating on wrong whys. You thought you need to hire more expensive people. You thought that you need to learn more. You thought you need to go to the university. You thought that you need a different husband or a different wife. You thought all kind of nonsense. If you did not achieve the end result, immediately you're operating on the real why. On the wrong why, sorry. Are you with me?
Yeah.
This is something that you need to confront. It's not easy, because you think, well, what, am I so wrong? Probably. If you don't have the expected result, you're operating on the wrong why. I came to South Africa, and I had a product that someone before me tried to sell for 7 years here in South Africa. A similar product. I was 31, just came back from the Far East. I was in the Israeli army for 6 years. I was a diver in the Navy. I was diving out of submarines and doing all kinds of special missions. Went to the Far East, traveled, blah, blah, blah. Grew long hair, earrings, had all kinds of chains, bracelets, and they didn't connect them. Just happened. It was by mistake. And I came to South Africa, couldn't speak English, but I saw this product in Israel, and I thought, well, they need it here. And the customer was a big oil company, BP. And I came, and before me, when I came, they told me, look, Mr. Ezra, they told me in Hebrew, in Israel, the company in Israel, they told me, there's another company that tried to sell for 7 years in South Africa. They invested a few $1 million, and they, after 7 years, just went bankrupt. And I said, so what? And they said, well, it's impossible to sell. I said, no, they cannot sell. I can. And they say, you with the long hair and the earrings and really? With no money? I said, but I can speak Hebrew. And they said, but they don't speak Hebrew in South Africa. I said, well, I know they are not perfect. I'm going to help them. I came to South Africa. 3 months later, without speaking English, I sold to a British company a deal, 100 million US dollar. How? I had the real why. I was not like the other company that was throwing money in an effort to make money. You don't need money to make money. You need the real why. You don't need money to make money. You need the real why. And if you invest any money, never invest in your product, never invest in your anything, invest in the real why. What you're doing, you invest in whoever sell you the next lie. How do I know it's a lie? It doesn't bring you the expected result.
Could you go through that why and problem in the instance
Yeah.
of yourself?
So what happened with that? Yes. So what happened with them? The actual why there was that they wanted the system. The oil company wanted the system. But the actual why was that in order to install this system, you need to do integrations with existing system, and it was exceptionally complicated. Not expensive, complicated. They've tried for 7 years, and they had bugs upon bugs upon bugs. At the end, they said, we cannot do that. So I realized the why, and I came up with an idea how to do it without integration. So when I came, I charged much more, much more. I had endless amounts of demands, and they say, yes. And yes, I understand. I didn't know English, but yes, I understood. Because I had the real why. So before I went to them, I figured out what was the real why, so I could solve it. I had a unique added value. And I had the real why. So the real why strategy with a unique added value mean a big problem, counting a lot of money. Do you know how long it takes to count all of this money? It's a hard work. Okay. If you have a marketing strategy and you have a unique added value, you will have clients. Why? Since you will get your clients to fully understand what you offer, you get your clients to fully grasp how it will help them personally. So you get your clients to fully understand what you offer. What I offered is the system that they already know, but without integration. Simple. They fully understand because they had this pain. They invested 7 years hoping for this system. And the end result was, so they understood. And they get your client to fully grasp how it will help them personally, how it will help them, because the guy that was leading the company at that time had an egg on his face. Invested all of this money and no results. Now I came to save his face. And I gave him guarantee, and I showed him in the meeting. I told him, look, this is what, the first meeting, I told him, this is how we're going to do that. And he's like, and how long it will take you? 0 time? What do you mean 0 time? We've been on it 7 years. 0 time. When can you do a trial? I can do a trial within a week at any station that you pick. And he said, are you sure? I said, look, you have nothing to lose. You try it. It costs you nothing to try. One day, 20 minutes, you'll see. Once we turn it on, it either works or it doesn't work. It's not science fiction. Simple. And he said, are you sure? I said, look, I'm not a PC. You don't need to ask me the same question 70 times. I'm a Mac. Present your client with an easy way to find you, and present your client with an easy way to buy from you. All of these things, if you do, it's part of the marketing strategy. And they will buy continuously and a lot. If they don't, you don't have a UAV, you don't have a strategy, you're operating on the wrong way in your life. And it's not really only about your marketing. What I'm teaching you applies to any part of your life. If your health is not good, you operate on the wrong way. You think that eating blah, blah, blah is the reason why you will be sick or not. And you change your diet, but the cancer is still there. It's obviously not the why. Maybe. So how do you know if you have the real why? How do you know if you have the why or an excuse? It improved the situation, yes? But how do you know if this why is actually going to work? The why have 2 characteristics. Number 1, it is something you can do something about. If someone tells you, you know, the reason we don't sell is because the marketing is difficult. You ask him, can you control the marketing? And he says, of course not. Can you control the market? No, I cannot control the market. Well, it's not the real why. If someone tells you, you know, the reason you have a problem is because your heart is weak. Okay, can you control your heart? No. Well, okay, good, it's not the real why. But if someone tells you, well, you know, the reason you have a problem with your heart is because you are spiritually missing something. You have a spiritual block. And I can remove that block. Maybe. And then number 2, once you do this, remove that block, will your heart improve immediately, yes or not? If yes, it's the real why. If not, it's a nonsense. I have a friend, he's blind. I I have a friend, and he had a heart attack. Some of you here know him. And he had a heart attack. He's in Israel, and he got into a total disaster, blah, blah, blah. Heart attack, he was 60-something. He is 60-something years old, and blah, 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 blah. And I started to handle him. I found the actual why for him. And the doctor told him, you will never be able to do this and this and that because your heart stopped, your heart muscle deteriorated 60% and this 70% and this. And I said, okay, fine. Does it actually improve the heart? And he says, no. Good, so it's not the real why. So we did some work on him, on the spirit. And now it is, I think about, when did Shmuel had a heart attack? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he's in his best ever shape physically. Best ever.
2 years ago, 2 years from
Yeah, 2 years later, he became, now. He's like in the best shape physically. He got into before that, he did not have a relationship. He went into a relationship. He found someone. He started to music and whatever things that he wanted the most. He got his company that he sold this company in an amazing deal while getting income. And before that, before we started to handle him, he had a heart attack. His company did not make money. He was in a bad condition because he was operating on the wrong why. Are you with me? If you are not achieving your goals, if you feel that your life is difficult, if you feel that your potential is much more than your result, if you think that there is something that limits you, is because you are operating on a lie. You don't have the real why, you have the real lie.
Can there be more than one why?
There is only one why for a situation. Only one. One why for a situation. You find this why, it goes like that, it's built like that. It's a very good, smart question. Gary, I need some eraser. So it goes like that. You have the actual real why here. Okay? And then from here, there are chains of lies. And more chains of lies. And more chains of lies. And each time you think, you find a lie here and you think, this is the real why. How do you know that it's not the real why? Because the problem, the actual problem was not solved. And why you are misunderstanding that you think that this is the real why? Because you never defined the problem. You never defined the actual problem. You think the problem is he's not talking nicely to me. That's not the problem. So it seems like there are many real whys for different things. No, there's one real why for your life. And yes, I can find a specific real why for marketing. And it will improve your marketing. And you may make money, but you will not be happy. You may be successful in this area, but you will know. Not even deep inside, you will just know. No. And you will see that you thought, if I would just finish university, or if I would just get this job, or if I would just get this lady, or if I would just get this guy, everything will be good. And it's not getting even close to good. It's actually getting worse. Why? Because you never defined the actual problem, and you never had the real why. Thank you very much. Thank you. So what you have, you're handling manifestations. Noise. Nonsense. Not a problem. You have good ones, so.
So if that circle what you're making is a why, and you've solved that why, and it made your marketing better, but it didn't get to the real why. So then you shouldn't then stop. You should then just go further.
Yeah, you
and
should
find
continue,
more
yes. Or,
answers
yeah,
to
of
why.
course, you should find, you can go and find this and handle the problem with marketing, and then you still have the source here. The engine is working. So this thing will create more problems than you can solve, because this is an engine of problems. This is breeding problem, like a dragon with problem. So you solve that, so you got this guy out of your life, and there's another 20 guys that come in. And you remove this situation out of your life, and there's another 70 that falling on you. Because the source is not good, not gone. You have, this thing is an agent of problems. You're operating on a basic lie. You find this lie. And that's the best investment you ever made, because the best investment is in you. What does it mean the best investment is in you? It's not in cutting your hair or looking good or going to the gym. All of this thing is nonsense. The best investment is in you, is doing the work that you need to eventually find this thing. It doesn't take 20 minutes. It takes some time. But even if it takes you a year or 2 or 5, it's nothing in comparison to 70 billion years that the spirit exists, or not exists, that the spirit creates. So you really have to invest in you. Investing in you means finding the real why for you. And in between, it's okay to have Panado. Let's handle the marketing. It's Panado. It's nothing, because you're still breathing fire here. Let's handle, okay, I'll get married. Okay, it's temporary, because you're still breathing fire here. Oh, we'll just have a child and everything will be okay. And you make the first one, and the problem grows. And you make the second one, and the problem grows. You want to eat them. You love them. Yes? You want to eat them. You want them. You love them so much you want to eat your children. And when they grow, you're sorry you didn't. Because the real why has not been found. Are you with me? Yeah. Now the good news is that there is an exact way to isolate your real why. I'm going to do, and it's not going to happen in one day. It's a gradient scale. But it's easy. It's easy. It's much easier. It's much easier, or it's much easier than living and going down and going down and going down. So I'm going to do, I think in 2 weeks, yes? I'm going to do a seminar here that will start you on the road for removing the barriers that hide this real why from you. And you need to learn a lot of things. There are 7 areas that you need to learn. And learning is something that is quite unique. What does it mean to learn? What does it mean to learn?
Get rid of the false truths.
That's very smart. What does it mean? That's true. What does it mean? Very, very smart. What does it mean to learn? Getting knowledge, yes. Get informed, yes. I'm now going to the other side of the dark side of the moon. They don't want to talk here. What is learning? This is a special seminar only for you guys. You are not allowed to participate. Getting new knowledge, yes. Applying it, yes. What else?
New skills.
New skills, that's true. It works when I come closer to you. Okay, so I will continue from here. Actually, while everyone believes, or most people believe, that learning is a process of adding data, learning is a process of deleting fake realities. Because what I do when I teach you, if I don't want to make you a parrot, is I teach you some truth that delete a lie, and so you know. I'm re-enabling your ability to know. So I'm deleting something that hides the real wife from you, and all of a sudden you know, because the spirit is this thing that knows, and the lie is that you need more data. The more data you have, the more effect you become. And so you will grow and you learn and you learn and you learn, and you get to the age of 70 and you realize you know nothing. What a nonsense. If you actually learn properly, which means get more to know, get more to know, get more to know. How do you know? By not relying on data, by knowing. You know your name. You don't say, hold on, let me go to the university to find what my name is. And if you ask me my name, I need to go to the encyclopedia and open it and tell you my name. No, you know your name. You will see that when you know how to play guitar, you don't need to look at anything. You just know. When you know how to speak, you don't need data. You're not relying on data. You don't say, well, hold on, let me see what I've learned in university. No. When you know how to calculate something, 9 times 9, you don't say, hold on, let me calculate. You just know 81, boom. Well, they used to know. I don't know if these days. Probably these days you say, hold on, let me get the 3 times 4. Hold on, I need knowledge. That's needing knowledge. The spirit knows. When you know how to dance, you just know. When you learn what you do, you learn how to dance. And over time you say, oh, this is easy. Oh, this is easy. Oh, this. You remove fake realities. And all of a sudden, you know, I know how to play. It's totally counterintuitive. But you will see, if it was not like that, you will see that people that are really successful, most of the very, very successful people, are people that did not go to study. You know that more than 80% of people that consider successful in terms of money, I don't say that it's always true that money is a measurement for success, but more than 80% of people that really created a big effect in this universe did not go to study.
Or even if they did study, didn't make much of a difference.
Yeah,
They
yes.
channel of success.
So the truth is that you need to delete fake realities. Okay. Do you want a break?
Yes, please. I was about to
Okay.
I was about to ask about it.
Yes. So how are you doing so far? Hold on, let me go to the other seminar. 1 second, I'm running 2 seminars. How are you doing so far? Good. Okay. So 15 minutes break, go have coffee, have fun, and I'll see you in 15 minutes. Thank you. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I want to hear from you. What did you get from the first part? We have 2 seminars, so I will ask the second seminar soon. What did you get from the first part? Give me some wins. Unique added value, yes.
Find your why.
Find your why, yes. What else? The real why. The real why is everything.
Yes. You need to identify the problem.
You need to identify the problem. If you don't identify the problem, there will not be a real why. Yeah, don't operate on wrong whys, otherwise your life will be very wrong. Yes. Yes, you don't have, you always need, you're not rich enough not to have money for marketing. Yes.
And marketing and sales apply to us as people, like humans as well.
Yes, marketing and sales is not only for companies, it's also for people needs.
You help people helping themselves.
Yes, you help people help themselves with your product or service. Amazing, true. Okay, are you ready for the next part?
Yes.
Toda Baba. Yes. Okay, so we're going to deliver next week. Not next week, the week after.
Not this Friday, but
Not this Friday, next Friday. Same place, same time. We're going to deliver something super unique. I will start teaching you all about how to isolate your real why. Okay? We're going to do that in 2 weeks from now. It's you can register where?
it's at gprosperity.com. Okay, G for guaranteed, but gprosperity.com/dominate.
Okay? How to dominate your market. We will start teaching you the real whys. We'll start teaching you how to actually dominate your market, dominate your life. And it's going to be super amazing. And you will start removing some of those chains. Okay, but now let's start. I now want to talk to you about 2 people, both are icons that changed the field. They had a unique added value. I'll give you an example of what that unique added value is all about. Pay attention, it will blow your mind. Both of them are very different than anyone in their field and super special, unique. The first person is Stephen Curry. Do you know him? And who knows Stephen Curry? Okay, I'm going to introduce you to this guy, something unbelievable. Stephen Curry is very unusual. He's 1.88 m of small, smiles and unserious change, who changed the basketball game forever. This guy is relatively 1.88 m, is relatively short for the NBA. It's like nothing. It's like a baby. Compared to other basketball players, he's short and slim and easily injured. Not so good when you're investing so much in a player. At the outset of his career, he experienced injuries that questions his ability to play in the best league in the world. He was really vulnerable. He will get hurt a lot. He is short. He is not physical. And this is a very physical sport. Add to that the fact that he cannot jump very high, and you get a problematic package. In the NBA, you want to duck the ball. They are flying, they are not walking. And this guy cannot even jump high. Useless. I'm sure you're asking yourself, how come that with those opening factors, Stephen Curry managed to change the basketball game for the entire world and cause millions of kids to follow him and imitate him and cause a lot of worries and non-stop headache to the coaches that plays against him? How did he do that? Any idea? He had a UAV. Yes, he had unique added value. Any idea what was it?
No one shoots threes like he can.
By being himself.
No one shoots.
What?
By being himself.
By being himself. That's true, but let's have a look. How? UAV. UAV that helped him to become one of the best scorers in history of the game and earn 100 million a year and break more and more records. Terrible opening start. The package should not work, but he found the UAV. The UAV of Steph, his unique personality makes the difference. Instead of falling into the trap of becoming someone else, or like others that are taller and stronger than him, he found his UAV. He didn't do what every single company do, what every single person do. His friend is smoking weed, so he smoke weeds too. Because he doesn't have a UAV. His friends are drinking all weekend, so he drink all weekend instead of producing. His friends are becoming totally insane by watching Netflix all day and all night, and he'd do the same. He didn't do that. He first decided to become a world master, a professional in three-pointers. In the NBA, this is a 23 feet, 9 inches, or 7.24 meter from the center of the basket. So it is from here, out of this arch, okay? So if you throw from inside the arch, you get 2 points. If you throw from outside of the arch, you get 3 points. Instead of fighting bigger and stronger players next to the basket, Steph put himself beyond the 3 points arc and started to throw from there. Very unique. Why? Up to the time Steph arrived to the NBA, teams tried an average of 18 3-points in a game. The whole team, 5 people. Which means that an average player tried less than 2 3-pointers per game. Less than 2. Tried. Never mind put in. Steph, on the other hand, threw almost 9 3-pointers per game and scored most of them. Following his success, the league followed him, and today the average 3-pointer attempts per game is 35. From when they started, it was an average of 18 to 35. How much is? Almost double, yes? But that's not all. He took things a step further, and more correctly, a step back. Once the defense of the other team started to wait for him at the 3-point arc, he did not fight them, but exactly, he took a step back. He started to throw further and further from the basket, 8 meters, 9 meters, and even 10 meters from the basket, leaving the defense shocked and hopeless. UAV. He finds something unique that add value. And so he became amazing. If you don't have a UAV, if you think your UAV is something, okay, fine, my UAV is, I will do it. No, you need to find something that's unique and add value, and there is a method on how to find it. And on this seminar in 2 weeks from now, you're going to learn an amazing, amazing secret about the UAV. How can you defend against someone that can score from any distance at any moment with total surprise? UAV. It is practically impossible. You don't need to understand anything about basketball to love his game. His personality, his mental strength, his unseriousness, together with supreme professionalism and zero urge to be someone else, makes him unique, winning, and a successful product, UAV. Most people try to be someone else. They look and they try to be someone else. I was talking to a lady in Israel that became very successful over Instagram almost overnight. She moved in the past, I think, 6 months from 0 followers to something, I think that she have now, or the last time that I've checked, something like 50,000 followers in 0 time. And she's talking about lifestyle, and she's basically giving advice about lifestyle. And I asked her, how do you do that? And she said, I just being myself. I'm not trying to do something different. I'm not trying to, I just, whatever come to my mind at that moment, as I am. If I'm with a pajama, it's with a pajama. If I am looking good, I'm looking good. If I'm looking bad, I'm looking bad. Whatever happened at that moment that I feel that is of value to someone else, I share. UAV. She is really authentic, really. You can see, you can hear her. Even if you don't speak Hebrew, you will think, yes, this lady is real. Let's have a look at Mr. Kerry.
Alec Burks guarding it from the start. Wiggins again. Here's Curry for the record. It's good! There it is! Stephen Curry! The all-time three-point king in the NBA! Three-pointer number 2974. Curry way downtown. Bang! Steph Curry from just inside half court. Curry pulls up from the logo. It's good! Shipping it midcourt, the timeout for Dallas. Time for Curry. From half court.
On the buzzer, eh?
On the buzzer, yeah.
Three-pointer number 200 on the season for Steph Curry, the first NBA player ever with 203 4 straight years, and he does it in style, banking it in to end the half.
Look how small he is in comparison to the others. It's crazy, yeah?
Curry, step back, Curry. Bang! At the buzzer. Steph Curry from downtown, and the Warriors will take a 13-point lead into halftime.
Wow.
It's like so unorthodox on this shot. Wow.
The three on a sequence that finished before the double-digit lead against
That's like the other stuff. On the street, brothers and Julius drives on towards high, stops, reverses, spins, still dribbles, pumping. Nowhere to go, good defense for a time. Curry gets it back. Oh, look away, Curry, oh my goodness. He just kind of held the ball in his right, one touch, spun around. Curry and Durant, two-man game, pick and roll. Durant back to Curry on the block. Curry, Jackson fell down. Ankle breaker three for Steph Curry. Curry just kind of faked his dribble, and Jackson just crumpled. Curry lowers the baseline. Curry curls right leg, catches the ball up top. Dribbles out of way, and he fell down. It's an ankle breaker three for Curry.
Okay, you got the idea. UAV, different. UAV. Let's look at you and your business. Take this UAV and compare it to what you offer to your clients, to your family, to your group, and what do you offer to you personally? Did you ever actually realize that you can come up with a UAV to you personally? To your family, you can be someone unique for your family. You can be someone unique for your friends. Usually it goes like that. You have a friend and you bought gossip and she tells you what you want to hear and you tell her what she wants to hear and everyone is so-called happy. But imagine that you have a friend that when they talk to you, you add value to them like, wow, they will be willing to kill for you. And the amazing thing is that there's no one in this room or in this universe that don't have the ability to come up with a UAV that will help anyone in his environment. I know people try to convince you that you are maybe not enough or not smart enough or not educated enough or didn't born to the right family or to the right country or to the right religion or whatever. It's false. All of this has zero to do with you. It's if you take the barrier that Steph Curry had, short person, in a big league, NBA, it's like, and you take you and you say, well, I am in a disadvantage, you're not. I was born in Israel in a very small town next to the border. Every night, as a child, we've been bombed. Every night. 30 missiles per night was the average. My parents, my father was a policeman, and my mother was a cleaning lady at the municipality. We didn't have money. We didn't have much food. We didn't have anything. I could take that and use it as a big, huge excuse, as a why I'm not successful. Instead, I find the UAV. The accent, yes. I was more thinking about the eyes, but okay. A good look. But I like the accent. But I found a UAV. I defined it from a very young age. At the age of 3. At the age of 2, I knew exactly what my purpose is. At the age of 3, I found my UAV. And it's never too late. And there's no one that cannot, in a split of a second, change his life by isolating this why, which brings about not movement of furnitures, the whole house move. Everything changes. But up to now, everyone tried to convince you that you're an effect, that things happen to you, that you need to get entertainment all day long. By the way, you will see that the more entertainment you consume, the worse you will get. I can predict the success of a person by the number of hours he gets entertainment. Entertainment not only from Netflix. Most of your entertainment don't come from your Netflix. You know where most of your entertainment come from? From? YouTube, yes. TikTok, yes. Most of your entertainment come from a much better platform than that. Much better, the best platform in the universe, it's your past. You dwell on your past so much. You get most of your entertainment from your past. You look at Facebook to change a bit the scenery because you get bored from your own entertainment. But the truth is that most of your entertainment comes from your past. How do I know that you are most of the time in your past? When you drove from your home to here, if I'll ask you to tell me the color of the thing in front of the of this coffee shop there, there's some colors there. Do you know what's the color are there?
Yellow, blue, and white. Pink, gold.
How many of you remember the steps when you went on the steps?
No,
When you went on the steps on the side, what do they have on the sides? What do they have the steps themselves? Not the railing, the steps. What the steps have on the side?
I saw the word ability, entrepreneurship.
What now? When you go out, you'll see that there is so much data that you miss totally. Why? Because you are being entertained. You walk, but you're actually looking there. You're being entertained non-stop. You are being entertained. You will be as successful as you will drop your past. Your past is your only enemy because your past is the sum of all your limitations. If Steph will be relying on his past, on the fact that he got injured, on the fact that they told him that he's too short, the fact, all those facts, if he will rely on those past facts, he will never change the world. You have this ability. You have that. No one wants you to know that. How do I know? Because they're telling you that you need more data. I'm telling you, you already know. I'm here to help you to get rid of the idea that you need more data. As I told you, different. You already know. You are already perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. If you do something that is not perfect, it's not you. And you will say to yourself, why do I do that? It's not me. Because you are perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. And you will stay perfect only for as long as you will be willing to know that everyone else is at least as perfect as you. And anything that is not perfect with them is not you, unless if she is your wife. But this is who you are. You are perfect. And the only time that you go down is when you take the wrong why, which is, oh, I'm not perfect. I have this thing bad, I have this disability. I didn't born in the right family. I didn't born that. Oh, when I was 6 years old, my cousin did that to me. And because of that, God, 6 years old, you are 50 now, state of limitation. Come on, let's move. Release this entertainment. How much can you entertain from one rape? I'm against rape, yes? But how much entertainment can you get from the same movie again and again and again and again? He can go to jail and let's move. Put him in jail and close the cycle. Or don't put him in jail. Whatever. If you cannot put him in jail, he will put himself in jail. But you don't kill yourself again and again and again by this entertainment of, look what happened to me when I was 6 years old. Yes, perfect. It was bad. I acknowledge. But do you want to die or do you want to improve? At some point, you need to apply the statute of limitation to your past. And the fastest you'll do it, the better you will get. Are you with me?
Yes.
Now, let me give the lecture to the other side. Are you with me? Yes. Even the other side? Yes. Okay, good. So now, I want to skip this thing right now. I don't want to do that. Whoops, 1 second. I don't want to do the drill because I want to have enough time to go through this data. Steph Curry turned a disadvantage to an advantage. He put himself away from all the other players, and he threw from a position on the court that they could not defend. You need to find this position on the court for you, on your court. You need to find your position on the court because you're in a game, and you need to find from where you are going to throw. What you need to find is your disadvantage that you are going to turn to a unique advantage, your UAV. You really have to find something that you can take and turn it around. And there is a way to do that. Something that seems not logical to do, exactly like what Steph Curry did. Instead of throwing an average of 2 3-pointers, he decided to throw 9 3-pointers in a game. It seems not logical, strange and dangerous, but winning. Something that is not logical to do. I'm a coach, and I come and I say something that is not logical to do. If you don't get what you expect, you don't pay me, I pay you. And people say, well, but the people will cheat you. You know why I'm not worried about it? Because I know that people are really perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not them. So if they want a refund, I can handle the not them. The not them is the enemy, not them. Because the person himself, easy to handle. He's good. He recognized truth. He knows. And all the bad stuff is not the person. You see this mistake done mainly by parents where they make the mistake that they evaluate their children by the actions and not by the intention. The intention is always good. If you really realize that the child is really with good intention, he's perfect. His action, his result is not so good. Ignore it. He hit his sister. Fine. He's good. Find a good intention. He will stop hitting his sister. If you take yourself, and when you've done something bad, if there was someone there that will insist that he's not buying your show of you are not good, and he will insist that you are good, where would you be today? I can give you a law that will sound to you weird, but this is my law. Machines, you fix by finding what's wrong with them. People, you fix by finding what's right with them. Machine, you fix if this is not working, I find what's wrong with it. Okay, I'll replace the battery. People don't have batteries to replace. They have just goodness to accentuate, to make bigger. They are not breaking. People are not breaking. It's just that they turn off the goodness. If you turn on the goodness, you don't need to fix anything. They're already perfect. And you know that about yourself. You know that when you've done the worst thing in your life, you actually try to solve a problem. Take the worst thing you've done in your life, and you'll see that you've been doing that in an effort to solve a problem. You didn't know about the real why. You didn't have the real why, so the result was not so good. But your intention was to solve a problem. True or false? You see, it's even true for the other side. That's when you know there is some progress. If you did not find what your UAV is, don't worry. Very seldom will you find the UAV in your first attempt. It takes time, and it takes some removing of false data. We need to delete fake realities. We need to remove lies. In the special marketing seminar I will be delivering at the end of February, I'm going to deliver a special marketing seminar only for South Africa. It's going to be something unique only for South Africa. I'm not going to do that same seminar anywhere else. I will teach you all you need to know all you need to not only find your UAV, but to actually apply it and make money, a lot of money. Now, this the seminar that I'm going to deliver in 2 weeks, I'm going to start working on the why. You need it as a prerequisite. It's an introductory webinar. It will help you to find your own why. The marketing seminar that I will do, it's a live seminar. It will be a whole day, 8 or 9 a.m. until we finish. It can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whenever. At night. You will see that you will not let me go. I promise you. I have some people that have been in live seminars with me. They don't let me go because your whole life will change in this webinar, in this seminar, because you think that it's just marketing. But I don't teach anything that applies to one thing. Because how do you know that something is true? It applies to everything. If what I'm telling you right now does not apply to one thing, you need to know that what I say is bullshit. So I'm going to teach you truth, not data. And truth have a unique capability to delete lies. It's like light delete darkness, truth delete lies. This seminar usually will cost 15,000 rand or for payment of 4,750 rand. But today, and today only, and it's unique added value to you, 4,957, third of the price, or 4 payments of 1,757. This is something for you to think. If you want, speak to Gal, and that's basically all I have to say about this seminar. Just to get things in proportion. How many times do you think Steph Curry has practiced throwing three-pointers? How many times? How many? More than anybody, but how many? Give me an order of magnitude.
6 to 8 hours a day.
How many times it threw?
500,000.
500. How many throws? 500,000, yes? Million? 10,000. Okay, let me go to the second seminar. Okay, so we're talking about Steph Curry. How many times do you think Steph Curry in this seminar, which is different? How many? 1,000 a day. Okay, 1,000 a day. Good. More than 1 million times. Now, I want you to think about what did you do more than 1 million times, other than telling to your child to go to the bathroom or to go to take a shower. What did you do? What did you do if you are not married? More than 1 million times. Because if you're married, you have a husband, and you probably told him more than 1 million times, put up the seat of the toilet. More than 1 million times. Now, how many of you done marketing campaign and you've tried to do for 1 week and then you got tired? You say it didn't work. Imagine that after the first week, Mr. Curry would say, well, I've tried for 1 week. It doesn't work. How many of you try to convince someone to buy, and you called them once and you followed up twice and he didn't buy and you dropped him? True or false? 1 million times. I have a customer, I have many customers that they know that I always follow up. I have one customer, her name is Margot. Shomaya knows her. I followed her, I think, for 5 years or 6 years. Every few weeks, I will send her something. Write her something personal. And I do that with other customers. She was not unique. I was unique. Not anymore. So I think 5, 6 years, something like that. I don't remember exactly how long. But years I followed her, and she never purchased anything from me for years. And I gave her advice, and she asked me questions, and I would say advice, and we had a very high level of admiration to each other. But she never showed up in any one of my seminars or webinars or anything, and nothing. But I continue to follow up, continue. And after 6 years of follow-up, 1 million times, she purchased, and a lot. I think her first or second purchase, I don't remember exactly what, was something in the region of $30,000. Now, of course, it's good money for me, but never mind the money for me. How much help did I give her? Her business changed, her life changed, everything has changed for her from this, because I followed her, because I cared enough about her. And like I wouldn't agree for my child not to take the pill if he needs it, I didn't agree with her not to take what I had to give her that was so important. You need to develop this persistence. You really have to develop it, and you will learn it. Continue to come to those seminars. You will learn everything you need to know about becoming you. And it takes time, but it's nothing in comparison to living a lifetime of failure. 1 million attempts to the UAV. Next, let's look at the legend Michael Jordan. Here, I'm sure you don't need a picture. You don't need.
Sorry, I just have a quick question about the 1 million attempts to you. How do you know if you're doing it a million times at some point you're like, I don't have how do you know it's not the wrong why?
Because there will be always improvement.
Oh,
The moment that
okay.
you find the real why, number one, you can do something about it. And number two, the situation will improve immediately. So you know that you're on the right why because you have these two conditions. Number one, you can do something about it. Number two, the situation improves immediately.
Okay, so she didn't buy immediately, but your relationship.
That's correct. Everything improve. And when she will not answer me for a few times, I would see, okay, fine. So I have a wrong why. So she did not answer me for a few times. So what did I do? I looked and I said, okay, why do people talk to me? Why do people talk to me? Because I do something that's real for them. I bring something that they consider that is real for them. So when I started to talk to her, when I started to write to her and she didn't answer, I realized that what I'm saying has no reality for her. So what's the only thing that's real for me, because I don't know what's real for her, is what's happening in my life. So I will tell her something really personal, something that's real for me. Immediately, too much. I will have to put the handbrakes. Immediately. Again, because I really know what is the real why. I really understand the real why of every situation. And so I understand, okay, it's not real to her. What do I need to do? The only thing is that what's real to me is the only thing that will actually communicate to her because it's truth. So I became more real, more personal, more reality, and immediately, brrr. So if you know the fundamentals of something, if you really have the truth about something, if you have the real why, things will always improve. You are not the problem. You are not the problem. You are the actual plus point. You are not the problem. People tell you that you are a problem. It doesn't solve the problem if I tell you that you are the problem, so it's obviously the wrong way. If I tell you you are the problem, it's mean, okay, fine, there's no another one of you. Like I can, this is you. So it cannot be that you are the problem. It's a lie by definition. You are not the problem. You are the actual, not the solution even, you are the creator. You are the creator of your next moment. Because the next moment will look exactly as you will paint it. No other way. Now, when you talk about UAV, you talk about Michael Jordan. He's different, he's unique, he's a winner, and he is the most famous. At the beginning of the last century, before Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, or Instagram, based on surveys, Michael Jordan was amongst the three most famous people in the world, together with the Pope. And it's not, I'm not just saying that, this is an actual fact. You can go online, go to Google, and you will see, you'll find it. It's an actual fact. His brand was so powerful that up to now, almost 20 years since he last played basketball in the NBA, his sports shoes brand, Air Jordan, has more sales than all the sales of international companies like Adidas, Under Armour, etc. 20 years later, UAV. Despite the fact that he is almost not on social media, Michael is the first sportsman that is worth $2 billion, about $2 billion. For years, the motto in many American houses was to be like Mike. Everyone wanted to be like Mike. So what made Michael the biggest name in the world? What is his UAV? What is the UAV of Michael Jordan? What do you think? What's unique? Because you all know him, you all heard about him, and you have some opinion about it. What is the UAV of Michael Jordan?
Just jump.
He was like a good leader. He like
From the 3-point line.
He can jump, yes. He can jump, but there are other people that can jump even better than him. There are people that jump higher than him, bigger than him. In some games, he lost because he was too weak. They had the strategy of, I think the Dallas guys had the strategy, the Bulls, no, the Dallas, I don't remember the name. There was one team that was just hitting them, just physically hitting Michael Jordan. Yeah, physically hitting him.
Teaming up against him, 3 people.
Like, so he's not he wasn't the strongest. He wasn't jumping the highest. Still, today and before, there was people that jumping more than him. So what made him? What is his unique added value?
so like never stop.
Never stop, resilience. There's many other people that never stop. Look at me. I'm still not Michael Jordan yet. You probably thought that he is the best basketball player of all times, and many consider him the best sportsman of all time. Or maybe it is the fact that he won endless recognitions. He won many games, broke many world records, and that's what made him the best brand, number one, since it is clear that if you have the best product in the world, although you are the product, your actual product will become the biggest. This is what most people think. It is not his UAV. While it sounds good, it is not the truth. When he started in the NBA, he was far from the best. Actually, he was chosen to join the NBA league, but no one thought he would become what he made himself to be. No one. Already in his second season in the league, after he missed most of the season due to a broken leg, his UAV overtook the league. What was that? What was this thing? That despite that he couldn't play, this thing, everyone was like, wow, this is different. At the end of the game against Larry Bird, one of the best players at all time, in a TV interview, Larry expressed what everyone was thinking. He said, that wasn't Michael Jordan out there. That was God disguised as Michael Jordan. This is his competition talking, not his friends, not his teammate. This is like, wow, admiration. And if that is not enough, the second biggest star of the time, Magic Johnson, described Jordan as follows. You have Michael Jordan, and then you have everyone else. What was his UAV? What made him that? Because each one of you have that UAV. Each one of you have your own UAV. You were just never taught. You need to find it because you were going through life trying to imitate other people. You were going through life parroting what you heard. You are going through life never really fully realizing how perfect you are. No one allowed you to realize how perfect you are. Because most people try to be right, which means they make other people wrong. Because if I'm right, other people must be wrong because they're right against who? Are you with me? Yeah. Think about it. Two of your biggest competitors describe you like that. Not your fans, not those who support you, your competition. Even they are in awe when they see you. Very good PR. What is it? But what is it? Is there a better UAV? So, what is Michael Jordan UAV? What is it about his personality that puts him a cut above everyone else in his field? And it's something always about the personality. Mr. Carey is the personality. This thing that, okay, I'm going to make it. And this personality, this way of behaving is something that you learn. What do I mean learn? You remove your mental blocks and you become your UAV. You cannot have a UAV if you did not first remove your mental blocks that tell you that you are not enough, that tell you that you have some kind of something here. If you did not move this mental block, you will not have a UAV. You don't, for this is not money, this is not education, this is nothing. This is a mental block that you must move so you can find your real why, so you will have your UAV. It's a viewpoint. It's a state of mind. It's not your body. Here's a few personality traits that, as a package, make him unique. And it is his UAV, but the key for his success will be clear to you from the next story. All the other things is good. It's just a manifestation of this one thing, this viewpoint. A professional player is a valuable, expensive asset to their team. They cost a lot of money. A professional player is a professional asset and an economic asset. So a player in the NBA is an asset. He owned by the team. The team buy him, and they tell him what to eat, what to sleep, what to drink, what to everything. Everything. You'll find it hard to understand maybe, but they really own you. They pay you $100 million for a season or $10 million for a season. They own you. For 1 year, you are there. Okay. In an effort to protect the valuable asset, part of the agreement of all, without exception, all professional basketball players is they are forbidden from training and playing basketball outside of the team official game or training or without explicit approval. They cannot do that. The idea is prevention of accident tiredness, and irreversible damage. They want to protect the assets. They don't give this car to anyone. It's an expensive car. That is the norm in the professional sport arena. In 1984, the teenage Michael Jordan won an Olympic gold medal, and he joined the Chicago Bulls in the NBA. He was about 21 or 21 years old, or 22 years old. Young Jordan demanded to add a special clause to his contract with the Chicago Bulls. It was a clause that was never previously included in any professional sport agreement. Look at the situation. On the one hand, you are offered to fulfill your dream, the dream you have been working on all your life while earning millions of dollars. And on the other hand, you insist on an unusual small clause. Michael Jordan, that clause, the clause he insisted to be part of his contract, the love of the game. In that clause, he demanded that he will be allowed to play basketball at any time and at any place without any limitation, simply since he loves to play basketball. Amazing. It makes sense and it is simple. The love of the game. But no other player before him dreamt of such a clause. And I'm not sure if anyone after him demanded such a clause. They love the job. He wanted to put a clause in the agreement. Look, I love my job. People ask me, why do I work 20 hours per day? And I say, I love the job. And because I love the job, I never get tired. They have to force me to go to bed. My wife is upset with me that I'm not going to bed. She has different plans. But I love my job. I love my job. I love the game that I'm playing. I love it. I cannot get enough of it. If I go to sleep, I feel, I have to go to sleep now. Shit. I love my job, the love of the game. And that is his UAV. He loves what he's doing. Anyone that loves what he's doing is immediately his UAV. You can see when someone loves what he's doing, he's eating it. It's not enough that he's eating it. It's like, I want more. A personality that is willing to give up endless amount of money for the love of the game, for the right to do anytime what you love. Michael said, what is love? Love is playing every game as if it is your last. If you go to work and you go to work and you cannot have enough and you go to work and every day, every customer is like your last customer in the universe and you are the most important person for him and you have the key to change his life with your product or service. Wow. And you love him at least as much as you love yourself. Now we're talking about different life that you have. UAV. The following UAV drill will help you a lot to become like Mike. And that's what we will do in the next seminar. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Go to gprosperity.whatever.
.com, and that will be, so gprosperity.com/dominate. So a normal ticket like this that you're sitting in is usually about $1,000.
Hold on. We have someone from overseas that Shammai is my client for how many years?
10 year anniversary coming up.
Oh, wow. How much an average seminar costs for like in Canada? Average seminar.
5,000 US dollars.
5,000 US dollars. How much is in the rand, Gali? Almost 80, 90,000 rand. Now you get it as a special prize because it's South Africa and because most of you came through Neil. And we have something really, really special. No one gets me for free. You get something special, and we're doing this next seminar for how much? 250 rand?
250 rand.
How much is in dollars?
Like $15 or something.
Like 2 Starbucks.
Yeah.
Not even, eh?
It's
like ridiculous.
It's
a haircut. Yeah. So the reason we want to charge for it is because I want you to have an exchange. So both sides of the game, both seminars will be participating. Because when you pay for something, it's valuable. So that's why I want to start charging for that. It's very low. Anyone can pay 250 rand. And if you cannot pay 250 rand, you definitely need to be here. Definitely. Okay. Every week we'll go deeper. Every week you remove more stuff. Who feel that something changed in his viewpoint today? Yes? Yeah? Something changed in your viewpoint about yourself. It's more important than anything in the universe. It's more important than any notes that you said. It's more important than any word that I said. Your change, the movement of furniture in your head, that's the purpose. Because now you are a new you. What does it mean, new you? More close to you, the actual you. Every week, we will delete more fake realities, and you will see that your life will change. The way that you look at your wife, the way that you look at your children today will be different because you know they are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not them. And you know that your intention is good, and you know that their intention is good, and even your husband have good intention. And it's different. It's really important. Without that, you go only down. With this viewpoint, you cannot help it but go up. You cannot help it. So it's really important for you. Okay, thank you, Neil, for all the help and for setting it up.
Yes, and again, that's gprosperity.com/Dominic.
Okay.
There's a quick link. You can buy a ticket, and we'll be here in 2 weeks again, same time, same place.
Different clothes.
Different clothes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Gali.